We should, the next time, I think, I really want to do like stuff with like wigs and stuff, or we do like characters and stuff. I think it'd be fucking hilarious, to be quite honest.
You know, having to learn choreography is not my strong point.
That's the other thing is like,
I don't know how to dance
I'm
or
white.
move. My hips don't move the way
But I
those
think
people's
that's
hips
the funny
move.
part.
It's just like, well, then what the fuck are you doing over there?
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to the Sassy Siblings podcast. We started off sassy this morning.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jazz hands.
Dead. Ugh, guys, this kink in my neck is really killing me. Okay, isn't it just funny how we get older, everything hurts? You sit in bed wrong, your back hurts.
I don't want to feel old. But I did go work out and my armpits are sore.
What were you working out?
You
We're doing it's like this bar thing. They had, like a ballet class, but it was bars on the mirrors. And I was
That's what
doing
they
the
have in
girl
ballet.
push-ups because I couldn't do a regular push-up. I couldn't even do a kneeling push-up. So I was like, okay, bar. I pushed up too hard. No, for real, my armpits hurt. I was laying in bed and I tried to go get my phone. I was like, nope.
Whatever. I fucking worked out last week and I did like 45 squats and I fucking couldn't even sit on the goddamn toilet. It was ridiculous.
You guys... Sorry, go Jen.
No, go ahead. I was like, let's talk about how Neil fell and needed help to get up
Oh,
after doing
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Damn, call me out like that.
I got you out because I felt so bad, but at the same time, I'm like, who goes?
Judgment. She's just like, I'm
because I
hardcore
was like,
judging.
okay, we bought like workout equipment. We bought like a little table, like a seat, and we bought some like one of those adjustable dumbbell sets. And I was like, oh, I'll start with like my feet, like the lower body, right?
Yeah, legs.
And so I was like, no big deal. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 15. And I was like, because that's what we used to do in like high school and stuff. So I was like, that's like, and I'm thinking, okay, that's basic, okay? Mind you, I have not worked out
You
in
should have
probably
done
600
like 5
years.
sets of 3.
And so I started to do
9.
like
No.
jumping jacks.
Sorry.
I started to do like jumping jacks and then but I can't jump, so I did like these like stepping jacks or whatever. And then I did squats. No, it was kind of more like, you step one because I can't jump because I'm
I
just
wish
too
you
heavy.
could show us right now.
I don't think so. But I also did squats, and yeah, the third set I was kind of like, man, it really hurt. I can really feel it, and I was doing like deep squats.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
You were like,
slow
get that booty,
and
baby.
all the way
That's
down.
what he wants.
You know?
He wants that booty gate.
Yeah, I did.
He wants a BBL without a BBL.
Exactly. And so I did that, and sure enough, later that night I laid down. I took a shower and everything, and I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I felt a little shaky. I was like, it's okay, it's all good. This is normal, And I'm like, okay. I sit down in the bed, and then Alex is talking to me, and I don't know what I was doing. I was getting up to say something to him, and mind you, I am in my boxers, laying down on the bed like I'm fucking a seal or something. And so I get up, I take 2 steps, and my knees buckle and
God.
straight to the floor, like dead, like a sack of potatoes thrown at the floor. Slam my knees into that floor so hard. All you hear is Jennifer, "Are you okay?" from the kitchen.
Washing dishes and all.
It would have been. It
And I was
would have
like-
been funnier if you guys were having sex, and Jen goes,
I think if the door was closed, she wouldn't have asked.
No, the door was open because Alex was
"Oh, the
coming.
door was open."
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Well, and the house sits on a raised foundation, so if you drop anything or if
It's
you
loud.
walk like a giraffe,
Jennifer.
everything can be heard in the house. So man,
Really
but when
try
I
not to, but
when I hit that floor, it was.
oh yeah, we heard
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
how are your knees?
They were a little bruised at first, but after I fell down, Alex was like, I was trying to get up, so I was trying to but my thighs would not work. Like literally, I could not engage them. They were like, there was
You're
nothing.
like, no, bitch,
Yeah,
you're
there
not
was
getting up.
nothing. I could not get back up. And then Alex tried to help me, and I was like, Alex weighs half of what I weigh. And I'm like, how the fuck are you going to pick me up? You
Yeah.
can't, you're half the weight.
Like,
And I'm dead weight. Like,
Yeah,
I
dead
cannot,
weight, yeah.
I couldn't even put my leg up to like prompt myself. Like,
Okay.
it just wasn't working.
We asked Benny to go
Benny
help.
had to
I
come
told him,
and
I was
like
like, you gotta
literally
help.
pull me up
Yeah.
so that I can get back on the bed.
See,
It
I've
was-
done that too when I started working out again, and I had gone to the gym, and then I was working in the, the parking structure was on the second floor, so we would take the stairs down to the first floor, and I had to straight leg it because there's no way. And I was with my coworkers, and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not okay.
Nah.
I can't step." I was like hobbling, I guess. Down the stairs.
Would you just say hobbling? Okay,
I
trademark,
think she meant wobbling,
trademark that
but
shit.
Hobbling.
Hobbling.
That should be a shirt design. Hobbling.
Hobbling here.
I hobble.
It wasn't a wobble. It was.
No, okay. So when Josh was like trying to get ready to take his test for, wanting to be a firefighter or whatever, he started going to these CrossFit classes, and he was like, "Come on, it's a free trial." So I go, Kelly goes too, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. These classes are, if you've never taken a CrossFit class,
Intense.
no, these people are crazy. Okay, these people are crazy. And the instructor was so nice. He's like, "Okay, just do this. It's gonna be really adjusted for you." He kept checking up on me. He was really, really nice. And then, but I don't know why when I get back into working out, I think like you, high school me, or like
I
college
can
me.
go all out. Yeah.
And
Like,
I-
let me dumbbell press 100 pounds when I'm like over here. 5.
Yeah,
I really need.
I push myself. Like I really push myself. And so I felt like you guys, where I woke up, it was like a week where I couldn't even sit down on the toilet. Like I had to drop, like straight leg
Free
and
fall.
then drop. Sometimes I had to ask Josh to like put me on the toilet because I was like, no, it
Oh, like,
hurts
holding
so
your
bad.
armpits. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I
armpits
feel
weren't
that.
sore back then, but they are now.
That wouldn't even work now.
I know, no.
Don't touch me.
Like a friggin' Tin Man. Clink. For real though, I could not even sit on the
That's
toilet.
what happens when we get older. We think we.
Well, okay, I don't know about you, but being a fat person going to those workout classes, you always feel like you're already being judged because you're
Yeah.
fucking fat. And then you feel like you have to keep like you have to push yourself
To keep up, yeah.
past the point of breaking just to keep up so you don't look like the stereotypical fat ass, okay?
Yeah.
And you're like literally dying inside and you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
I just don't think
You're, like,
people are judging us.
contemplating
It's just all in our brains.
Oh no,
No, people are
there's-
judging.
I
There's some,
100%
not
agree. There's
everyone,
not a lot
though.
of people that do judge you, but there are the one. Like when you're at the gym and
Nayla-
you're minding your business, working out, and then you happen to glance over
And
and you
someone's
make
staring
eye
at you.
contact.
Nayla knows because he's the guy who used to stare at people.
No, it's like, well, okay, being a fat person going into the gym, I feel like everybody fucking looks at you. No
Yeah,
matter
they
what.
do. I agree.
And it's just like, oh my god, that it's like,
I agree.
that
Which
fat
is what I
person's in the
think
gym.
makes it harder for people to like be motivated to go to like a public gym like that. A lot of, especially during like their weight loss journey and stuff, instead of being like motivational and like being like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing it. Fuck yeah. People, yeah, you're right. People do stare and like there
I
are
think
people
it's
that
super
judge.
easy for people to say, because I say it all the time. I was like, I don't give a fuck what other people think.
But
But
you
in the back of
do.
your head,
You
you still
do.
do that stuff, even if you don't think it affects you, or
I think it
people are just
subconsciously
like, oh,
affects
you
you.
shouldn't
Oh,
care.
100%.
It's like, yeah, but it still affects you because it's like it took so much. And I think like skinny people or people that have never been fat don't even understand the mind fuck you go through going back to the gym or trying to get into the gym. And it's just like, do you know how much courage and talking up and all of this to get myself through those doors was?
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like, people don't understand. Some people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Bigger people or people that have lost a lot of weight and look at somebody that's bigger really understand, wow, that's an accomplishment. Even
Yeah.
just showing
Yeah.
up.
Just showing
And it's
up,
just
yeah.
like, you get there and you're like, dude, I need to do this or I need to do that. And it just feels like everything's such a competition. And it's like, it's so hard because you want the results so bad and you want to lose the weight so bad. And I think a lot of people, like you have like the trolls on the internet, which are typically like people that have never been fat, that will sit here and be like, well, they're just not trying. It's like,
Yeah.
you
They
don't
have
even
no idea.
You don't even know.
Yeah.
Because people that have done diets and stuff have done crazier shit than your skinny ass has ever done, trying
It's
to
so
lose weight
true.
or trying to get fit, you know, or trying to be a society
Well, that I
norm.
think dives into like all like social media comments and stuff, like when people go on and like say shit like out of their asses, but they don't really know what these people are going through.
Well, they don't realize how damaging like
Yeah.
words do hurt people. Sorry
Yeah.
about it.
It's true, but if I've learned anything, and believe me, I've gotten some comments like when I first started YouTube, people were like, "Oh, you're breathing and all this stuff," and like I've gotten messages to go kill myself. You're too fat.
Yeah.
Stupid shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like at the end of the day, it's like you have to realize those people are not talking about you. They're talking about themselves.
Yeah, there's something there.
Because it's like people that talk about the hate and like I follow some creators that are bigger going through like weight loss journeys, and there's this one girl, she's lost like 260 pounds, but she was a big girl, you know, so she's still working on her, but she gets like these crazy comments, and it's just like those comments aren't about you, they're about them.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
when they
they've
look
got
in the
something
mirror,
going
they're-
on,
Well,
like in their
and
own
it's just
lives
like,
and
you
stuff.
know what? Realize if you're somebody that puts a comment of hate out there or is trying to bring somebody down, it's like I don't know. I look at those comments and I check out the person that commented their profile to see what the hell they look like, because I know that comment's about them and not about the person they're sending
I've seen
that
some
to.
influencers like call out the people and like tag them and be like, "This is what this," and I love that because call
Yeah.
them out.
Like,
Like you're
comments.
coming after me, I'm gonna come after you. Like not like negatively, but like just so people know that this person is doing this. You
Yeah.
know.
And it's my thing is like if you're going through, my message to the world, you know, is if you're going through a weight loss journey or whatever you're going through, and you're vulnerable enough to put it on the internet, and don't read the comments.
Yeah.
Because they're not important. And the thing is like even the good comments, it's nice to see, but don't live in those comments, because those good feelings, what people say or what people think of you, should make no effect on your life. And I know that's easier said than done.
100%.
But I try to practice what I preach, and I try not to pay attention to those. And honestly, since I haven't been, it's so much easier. It's less like toxic. Because there was a time where I was like too afraid to get online.
Well, that's why
because
people
it was so
turn off
toxic.
commenting and stuff on their posts nowadays. Like it's such more of a thing, like not to allow people to comment on
now,
certain posts.
I
and
feel
so
like
forth.
if you get the hate comments, you've made it. You're like some type of
Yeah,
famous, because
that's-
if you're starting to get some hate
realistically,
comments,
sad to say, but yeah.
you're making it somewhere.
But have you seen I follow some influencers, and like just going back to what you were saying about like being a bigger person and then going into the gym and like all these things. I was watching this influencer, and she was talking about how there is 100% a huge difference between how people treat me when I was bigger and how people treat me now that I'm skinny.
Oh, 100%.
And I just was like, abso-freaking-lutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, I was just Khloe Kardashian, she came out with her podcast. I was just looking at a glimpse of it. I haven't watched it, but she was pointing out on like how people pointed out that she's changed, and she's like, "Yeah, I fucking hope I've changed." Like there's nothing wrong with change. You know what I mean? But yeah, people are going to be the first ones to point it out and be like, "Well, I don't like it." Well, you don't have to live with it. Like
well, whatever. It's just like people like, okay, so people complained that I'm fat my whole life. Okay, well, you're fat. You need to do something. You need to do something. Then I got on Wegovy, and then it's like people are complaining, oh, well, you're taking the easy way. Well, bitch, my whole life you've been saying fucking lose that weight, and now I'm fucking doing something to lose the weight, and that's not good enough now? And you lose the weight, and it's just like, oh my God, you're too skinny, or oh, you're not going to the gym, you're not doing, it's just like,
100%.
it's never gonna be good enough for them, so fuck them. Who gives a fuck?
100 freaking.
it's never good
%.
enough. Yeah.
It's not. And so that's the whole point, and it all comes back to, bitch, who gives a fuck what they say?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
are they paying your bills? No? Then don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Dude, the same goes to like mom shaming too, like moms with kids and stuff, like, you know, kind of trending off of the same thing. It happens like so much. And like, I know an influencer, she stopped posting her daughter on like her face and stuff because people were making like terrible comments about the kids and like the way she was doing things with her daughter and her kids, that it's not right. And I'm like, nobody has a pocket to piss in. Nobody gives a fuck what your opinion is, because you're not sitting here raising these kids. I am. And they're turning out just fine. But it's just so crazy, like, on how much people have to say when they're, like, first, they don't even have kids of their own. First, they, like you said, have never been fat in their life and are trying to lose the weight and go through that, so they don't really understand it.
Well, typically, I mean, I kind of think it falls back to they want something you have, and the only way they can feel better about themselves is to try to hurt you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the same thing I remember with Paris Hilton and her son.
Yeah.
Because he had, you know, he was wearing a helmet or whatever, and people were talking about his appearance and his look and stuff. And it was just like,
You just think it's a
how
little kid.
pathetic, like how fucking sad is your life
That you have to
to
comment.
you get on to your phone or whatever, and your life is so fucking sad that you sit there and talk about a little kid like that.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, it doesn't matter that this famous person and their child. I think just in general, the whole idea.
No, it's the mom
right?
shaming. It goes back.
It is.
Yeah.
100%
It's
mom
trying to
shaming.
shame
The parents.
the parents, like, and it's just like, yes, there are some people, there's a lot of strong people out there that don't pay attention to the comments, and those comments
Yeah.
don't affect them, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is like, people need to realize is like, your comments cause a lot of harm.
Yeah.
you
Take some
know?
accountability. Like,
And it's
just sad that
It's
like
damaging.
these people
Yeah,
have to
it
come
can
out
be.
and be like and actually point out that this person has said this and this is why I'm gonna make these choices. Or like Paris Hilton, she had to come out and like explain herself. You don't need to explain yourself for what, these pathetic people.
yeah, but I think like for Paris Hilton, because of her magnitude of followers and stuff, I think the explanation and stuff was more for the parents that are going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Where they are receiving, because let's be honest, okay? People on the internet think they're so fucking crafty making that comment, and it's like, bitch, that comment has already been said probably by somebody in their family, and it's been said a lot worse than what you're fucking saying, number one. And it's like, there are a lot of people out there that deal with those type of people in their actual lives.
yeah.
And I think the message from her is like, it's okay. This
Yeah.
is going to be what it is. And you don't have to care. You know, the whole thing is like, the more and more you see these hate comments and people reacting to them, it's like, stop
Just
caring
to
what
bring awareness.
what people say about you, because it's not important. And it does not
Yeah.
matter, because their opinions, opinions
They're like
are like
nobody.
buttholes.
They're like
Everybody's
nobody
got
to
one.
you. Yeah, and
You
they're
know?
nobody to you.
And they are.
realistically.
And it makes no difference. It's like, their opinions are just their opinion. So
They're
that's
just
like,
words out in the air.
yeah.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
But if we could break here, I did that so that you can see where I clapped, but you don't have to stop. Can you give me a water? I need something to drink. I'm so sorry.
Hence, that was my topic of the day. You're welcome. It went into a nice long conversation. Jessica, what's yours?
Quickly now, come on.
Ooh, Harry Potter. You guys, I want to go to Universal Studios.
You want to spend money that you don't want to spend money on.
Universal Studios.
Huh?
Well, Matthew wants to go for his birthday, so that's probably what we're going to do this coming.
Well, I
Birthday?
wanted to go to the Universal Studios in Florida, because they have a
Yeah.
bigger Harry Potter land, I think, out there.
Did you see that thing I sent you guys on Instagram for the Walt Disney World tickets? Like, super cheap. I sent it to both of you.
Yeah, but
It's not the tickets that are the problem. It's the
Well, and the tickets
cost.
too added up to like, because we were going for such a long
Girl,
time.
it's like you're saving like $20 a day. That's $100 for the 5 days.
Well, we were planning on going for 2 weeks over here. Like
Yeah,
that.
but we weren't at the parks for 2 weeks. The whole 2 weeks were a week at Disneyland, and then we were going to spend some days
No, yeah, I know.
at Universal, because their parks are so much bigger. And then, of course, your travel days don't count. So it
Yeah.
works out to like 2 weeks, even if when you want to take a break and just not do anything,
Yep. No, I don't know.
What?
I want to go to Universal in Florida. But
I want to do the Disney and Universal and stuff in Florida.
When are you taking those days off?
Thanks, Lovey. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You have like
May.
random days, right?
May. It's not random. It's a whole week.
Well, but like a
Do you
random
mind closing that door, baby?
time of like coming up, like not like
It's not random. I picked it.
still random.
When was it?
May.
I know May, but with the
I think like
dates.
May 18th through like
What are you doing then?
it's just a staycation. I don't know. We don't have anything necessarily planned.
Okay.
But
Are
I
we
just
ready to
needed
get
a
back into it?
break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on from that, let's talk about something that happened to me. Well, it's not happened to me, but that I've noticed at work. And I don't know if I brought this up before, but it's bothering me because on Friday I had gone to work. So I went to lunch and, I work with older people and I go in our lunchroom. We have a whole bunch of tables or whatever. And it's always the same two broads sit at that motherfucking table. And then after they're done, there's pepper, there's salt,
So messy.
there's shit all over the fucking table. And it's like, you are fucking 50, 60 years old, bitch. Get up and clean up after yourself. Like, how fucking ridiculous. You left that whole goddamn table a hot mess when you know somebody wiped it before you.
Yeah.
And not only the fact that we have sanitation wipes right by the door, which is literally like 2 steps away from that table. And then we have the little automatic feeders for paper towel so you can dry it after. Every single day.
Do you clean it up?
I do, because there's only so many high top tables, and I like to sit at a high top table because I'm taller.
Yeah.
So it's
just
easier.
easier.
And so I like those tables, and typically it's only like 1 or 2 of those tables are open. So, but that day was like just that table was open. And so I'm like, every single fucking time it's like, and they have shit smeared all over the table.
That's
And it's like,
disgusting.
how fucking disrespectful is it to everybody else? It's like, yeah, we do have people that clean, but it's like, clean up after yourself.
No, I 100% agree.
Like, how freaking disgusting. It pisses me off. And not only that, but I know them. And that's what fucking drives me even more crazy.
You're like, I'm ready to fucking tell you something.
No, but it's just like, well, I know you the way I know you, and I know
I'm like,
exactly
if you're this
that's-
dirty here, could you imagine what you're
No,
like now?
I was
I don't
gonna-
even want to know.
I was going to say, I mean, just on the topic of cleaning, I totally get why that pisses you off. People are disgusting.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like a very minor disgusting in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, like people do not clean. They don't clean up after
Okay, we
themselves.
have an issue at work where people just put their coffee cups in the sink, expecting
Somebody to
Mama
wash
Jen,
them.
Mama Jen to come in and wash them because I'm the
The
only one that
magical
does
fairy.
it. Yeah. Well, because we used to be in a WeWork building, and there was someone. That's what they asked you to do, is just leave them in the sink, and then they would, because they had a dishwasher. Well, we don't work in a WeWork building anymore, and it's literally an open floor plan, like, and the sink piles up, and
You got to make a little sign.
I called everybody out. No, I sent it in the Slack message. It was like, your mom doesn't live here. Wash your coffee cups. Your coffee cups and your water cups. Like, because they eventually wash their dishes like that. They're eating. Why can't you wash your coffee cup? God, it drives me goddamn bonkers. It went well for a while after I called everyone out. Last week I went in. What do you think was in the goddamn sink? 6 cups. I about
I
almost
would
lost
just-
it.
I would-
lost it.
I'd write a team test. Oh, looks like it's piling up again. Someone needs a reminder. I'm not your mommy.
No, what you need to do is order cups that are
I'm
like the person's name on it, so
I'm
everybody
about
has their
to.
cup. Then it's like, well, we know whose cup that is.
That's
You know what I
that's a
mean?
really good idea.
Well, because everybody uses the same cup, so if you have your name on it, then it's your
Not
cup.
if they're not named. Then they go grab a new one because the other
they're
one's dirty.
No, there's no unnamed ones. There's
Yeah,
only
they're all
named.
named.
yeah, that's
I
a good
was
idea.
thinking about that. Like, I honestly was telling my boss, was like, I'm gonna start putting names on these cups, so that way, because I don't sit and stare at who goes and grabs a coffee cup and who's going back to the sink to put their coffee cup in there. Like, I'm in the middle of work and then I look up and there's like 4 cups in the sink. I was like, who got up? Who put them in there?
For the cup police.
You guys in office, like,
It's so, but it's like the little things. And then people, like Nayla was saying, like, they'll take stuff out of the fridge with their food, and like, you know, the liquid, like the condensation from your food, and it'll have like liquid drops, and then they just leave it on the goddamn table. Like, grab a napkin, it's right there. It's not, you walk
yeah,
2
those
steps.
rings.
Yeah.
Those rings piss me off.
Well, whatever. It's like when you go to a restaurant, there's those people that leave the table a fucking mess. And
Yeah.
we're always the type of people that will clean up the table and wipe down the table.
Yes.
Because
It's like if there's crumbs.
And then we'll
Yeah.
put our napkins in the plate so that way they're not just
So that
all
way-
over the table.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
organized
understand.
so that they can pick it up easy,
Organized chaos.
But it's just like, it's because, I think it's because we care,
Yeah.
we understand what it is. And there's other people that just don't.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those things. And I feel like it's
also how we were raised.
yeah. Well,
it goes back to that. Yeah.
But there are some people that just feel so entitled that they're, you know,
Yeah.
they do that. And it's just like, bitch, clean
Yeah.
up after yourself. Like these,
they're women.
you can tell
They're women.
they're fucking entitled. Like their shit don't fucking stink. And it's just like, bitch, your shit stinks. Okay.
Yeah.
Just let's leave it at that.
People do that all the time where like they want to point out somebody's shit, but then
Oh
like,
my God. And
won't
you
look
know,
at themselves.
you already know what I'm going to say. Guess who the biggest shit talkers about other people are? The two women leaving the fucking table.
Of course
A
they
fucking
are.
Oh
mess.
yeah. I mean, I could have guessed
And
that,
they talk
yeah.
about everybody that it's like, you know, when somebody does that, it's kind of like, it always seems like the factor in all your problems are you, not
There's
the
one
other people.
common
You know-
denominator.
You know what I
It's
mean?
you.
It's like you have so many problems. It's like, well, babe,
100%.
maybe you should look in the mirror sometimes, you know? Hey, we're not perfect. I fuck up.
No,
I get that.
100%.
But, you know, it's kind of like one of those times where it's just like, well, girl, all your problems are with you. Like, you're the problem. Like,
You're the
that's
common
what it is,
denominator,
you know?
Yeah, 100%.
But those are those, yeah.
But see,
I
for
still
us,
can't. Ugh.
like a clean house brings us joy. That's what makes us happy for the day.
Well,
like
that's,
Oh,
yeah.
facts. Me
That's
too.
because mom had us clean the fucking walls with sponges.
speaking of walls, I need to clean the walls, and I saw those mops that
Clean the
You know
wall.
those mops that you clean the walls. Benny
The
showed it
dry
to me.
mops.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
it is. But Benny showed it to me the other day. He's like, "We gotta clean the walls." I was like, "Yeah, how much is one of those things?" I like
This-
made him like,
PSA to everybody cleaning your walls: don't wet your walls.
"No,
Drywall
they're
is
supposed to
not
be
meant to be wet. It can grow mold. No, people don't understand that. They're like sitting up there
full-on
with like
liquid. Yeah.
like they're mopping their floor on their walls, and it's like you don't have panel. Like if you have paneling, something that doesn't absorb. If you have drywall or anything that absorbs, don't do
Don't do
that
that.
because you'll grow mold.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
but still,
I
scrub your
have
walls.
not wiped
But I
my
have
walls
seen what
down,
you're talking about.
but I have used a magic eraser on certain spots.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's
I mean,
not
you have a brand
You're
new
not
house.
drenching it. Like,
No, but it's wet. Do you think
Yeah,
I'll
but-
grow mold?
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
he's talking about
imagine like how you
buckets of
walk.
water, like
you-
on the
people
mop on the floor.
floors.
Yeah.
You're watching them on TikTok mopping the walls.
I
like
have
that.
seen that on TikTok.
Like, I
And it's like
understand.
that's way too much water.
Okay.
Like if you drain your mop and it's like like just enough to like wet and get like the dirt off, but you know go after with like a dry afterwards. That's I would say would be
Realistically, unless you have real hardwood floors or LVP, you should not be mopping your floors with that much water. It should be
Well,
like a
no,
spray
'cause it's-
bottle for your surface.
fine. Yeah.
Should not be that much water because you'll fuck up your floors. Just saying.
Will I fuck up my floors?
No, you have LVP.
You have like waterproof. Like
Yeah,
stuff.
it is.
Yeah.
and
Like you know like how dad his stuff bubbles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's just cheap laminate
Yeah.
and that stuff is just like the fiberboard underneath.
Yeah.
So as soon as the
So
water sits there for a little second,
It-
Gonna
it will
start, like,
soak it up and it'll start to bubble and shit.
fluffing and whatnot.
But some people don't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know, but see, the thing is not everyone's gonna sit here and like look up like is it safe to pour? You know, I've seen videos on TikTok where people pour like their whole bucket of water on the floor and then they start mopping it and they have that like little squeegee thing and I'm like, what in the world are you doing? Who
Great if
needs-
you have full hardwood floors that are sealed.
yeah,
Not
but
so great if you have like
I
laminate
understand
floors.
seen
like,
that on, like,
tiled flooring
Or
and
like
stuff.
that stuff where they put that plastic sheet on the floor or whatever it's called, vinyl or whatever.
Yeah.
That will be
because
fine.
It won't go through, but like hardwood floor that isn't sealed and it'll go through that cracks as long as you're putting a river of water in your like living room
Well,
over here.
the
Like-
thing is they probably see it online, but it's just like when I don't know if you guys remember when the trend was people putting their phone in the microwave and recording.
No, when was
How
that? Was that a thing?
That was a couple
Okay.
years ago.
How about
And
the Tide
people
Pod
were-
challenge?
Uh,
See,
Pointing case,
you know
right?
what I mean? It's just like, well,
Well,
let's use some common sense, people.
I just saw one with the Fabuloso pouring, like putting holes in the top cap of the Fabuloso and then flipping it upside down and put it in the toilet bowl. That shit eats at your freaking the ring that seals the toilet so it doesn't leak on the bottom. You're not supposed to do that shit. And it was all over TikTok for people doing it virally. It's bad for your toilets. I tried it and then I looked it up. I was like, hey, that shit's not good for the toilet. So I removed it.
Because she did it herself.
I did. But
It
then I
depends-
looked into
It
it.
depends what type of ring is on the bottom of the
I get it.
toilet.
I don't know what type of
On the
rings at the
thing.
bottom of my
She's
toilet.
like,
It's not
I'm
my
not risking it.
Yeah.
I
I
was like,
risked it for 2 days.
I
Done.
live with Matthew and Benny, and both of them already enough. I have to clean the toilet. I'm like, the last thing I need is it leaking from the bottom. Like, no.
But the thing is realistically, you still put chemicals. You put chlorine,
Yeah, the little tablets, but
which would eat away from your ring
guess.
But it's
as
supposed
well.
to be diluted, like, because it's in water, right? Like, it dilutes.
What?
Like those tablets and like
they
the chemicals.
disintegrate
Yeah.
in the water, but it's still very.
Dirty.
You're not going to want to drink that.
Well, yeah, no.
well,
You know what I
I
mean?
freaked out, so I took it out. So I was
Long
like, no.
story short, Jen learned her lesson.
I did. I was like, no more TikTok viral trends for Jennifer over here.
It's fine to try it, but if it's something you're really not sure of, maybe do a little bit more research.
You want to know which
To make
TikToks I
sure.
love watching? The carpet cleaning.
Oh
God, I can
my
I could do that.
goodness.
hours.
But
I love
anytime
that.
they do the carpet cleaning ones, I think of Romania and I think of mom's carpets, like those
You think
old,
of Romania? I think of when we were out, when we lived in the
liv-
apartment.
Yeah, in the
and
grass,
we would
right?
take out the whole rug
And put it into
And-
that small piece of concrete that we
and
had.
scrub the heck out of it. And I mean, with
I
all the
remember
neighbors
those.
walking past us,
Yeah.
and we're out there with, we put Dawn dish soap with little brushes on our knees, brushing because we didn't have one of those spinning machine things.
Yeah.
The carpet cleaner.
Remember when we did get one of those spinning
Okay,
carpet
do you know?
machines?
So we got that spinning carpet machine. We had when mom and dad were collecting newspaper to
Yeah.
recycle. They had found it in the trash at one of the houses. So that's where we got it. That's how we got the carpet cleaner too.
Yeah.
The, actual carpet cleaner. We had found it. Somebody had thrown it away, and we
Grabbed
grabbed it, cleaned it, and it worked.
Yeah.
And so that's how we did it. We did that for a
I remember.
every year.
But
We
you
did it
know
at
what?
least a couple times a year.
It's a lot more therapeutic when you're watching somebody do it versus you having to do it. Let
Oh
me
my
just tell you
gosh!
that.
And just seeing that they have those dryers where it rolls up
Yeah,
and it
they
spins
just throw it in
and
there. God, do you
I was like,
remember?
what? That's what we needed when we were doing all
We
this.
used to take it to the laundromat. Remember
Yeah,
when
I
we used to
do
take the
remember
carpets to the
that.
laundromat, throw them in the washer, and then throw them in the dryer?
Before they had washable carpets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
but those washable carpets
they
are
suck.
crap.
Oh yeah,
They
you
suck.
had one. Yeah.
All of
absolutely
us-
fucking
those
garbage.
things are
All
horrible.
it is like a bathroom mat. It's
Yeah.
just a extra
But
large bathroom mat. Honestly,
There's no way, I'm sorry, that thing's going to fit in your home, like in the 8.5 by whatever size rug, like a big rug that sits in your living room, is going to fit in your home like washer machine. It's not going to wash well. Those stains aren't going to come out. Like,
I don't think necessarily it's made for those machines. I think it's made for you to take it to like a laundromat where
don't
they have
know.
a big machine.
they advertise. I understand. I get it. But they
Just 'cause it's a
advertise.
machine washable doesn't mean your machine.
But they should. I
Oh,
got rid of the carpets. I'm done. I'm done with carpets. I've tried
We
it.
have a laundromat that has those huge machines.
Yeah, I
out
still
there.
took it. I did take it there
It
after
still
I washed
sucks
it at the
having
house.
to
It still
drive there.
sucked. It didn't.
Literally not even a 5-minute
No,
drive.
it's not the fact that I had to drive there. It's the fact that I still threw it in the washer. It didn't wash well, regardless. And then drying it, I have to put a quarter, and my time runs out, and this shit's not even close to being dry. You're
That's because she's
later.
a cheapskate. That's what it is.
No.
I want to put in
She
an extra
expects
quarter.
1 quarter to dry a whole fucking rug. That's 7 minutes that you get from the
Dude.
quarter.
It's like 5 minutes now, by the way. Like, let's be honest. But no, but
Let's
like
be
that's-
honest.
5 minutes.
Inflation's hitting the dryers too.
God, but it's just in general, these carpets suck. Like, I'm done with carpets, but just watching them wash it was great. And then also the lawn mowing. I love the lawn mowing.
I have to tell you guys, I'm going to change here. Well, off of the
Lawn.
washers.
Before we change, I love the lawnmower one too.
Okay, you guys
You
can
were
go back
saying?
to that. But I feel like I have to tell you this because I have not told you, and I didn't post it on TikTok either. But
You're pregnant.
no,
Oh,
that's no.
It wouldn't be announced on our podcast.
why? We're not good enough.
We're not viral enough.
I would do
That would.
hopefully.
I think that would take us viral.
Hopefully, I would do something cute for you guys, like to announce.
Just tell me. I don't
Just
need
tell us.
you.
Just do what Jennifer did. Call you guys from the bathroom crying, freaked out.
Well, it does not matter because I'm not pregnant.
Okay,
so
let's get back to you. What
to
were
you.
I
you
was
Let's
saying?
going to
go.
tell you guys, the washer's broken. I have to okay, see, this
What?
is why I'm telling
We
you.
just finished paying that shit off.
Literally, me too. I just finished my other stuff. My Home Depot card was paid off this month. But no, I have to call for the manufacturer's warranty because I try to go through the extended, but because it's not even a year
Yeah,
yet.
you have to go
Yeah,
through the
go through.
manufacturer.
So I need to call tomorrow
What's wrong?
The glass, it's not like broke. It's still washing. I put a load in right now, but the glass top is popped off. Like it keeps popping off.
Oh, that's not
it
good.
won't stay locked.
Oh, so it's
No.
like a cosmetic thing.
Like, what do you mean?
The glass?
Yes, the
Yeah,
top.
glass.
The
No, the glass. She's not the.
the glass
sits in a
itself.
case.
Yes.
The glass
It
she's
keeps
talking about.
popping off.
Oh yeah, that's like glue situation.
And it's not just cosmetic because the water, if that thing were to come off, all that water would just spill out. Like, so it's when I called.
It's causing a hurricane. Water's gonna.
What?
You have a
How's it spilling
stand-up
out?
washer. How is it?
Yes, but no, like
What
that
kind of
glass.
magical shit
Like,
you
I
got going on?
understand the water splatters.
It's like,
Have you
what is it causing? Like a tornado, and the water is just like straight to
The
the
water
ceiling.
spout. It's like,
The way you said that, you made it sound like all the water from the machine is just like whoop,
No, have
right
you
at the
never sat
machine.
and watched the
splattered.
We have
It doesn't just
jobs.
splatter,
We
dude.
can't sit and watch.
Like
the
that
wash.
thing is like a little bit like a hurricane, a little bit like it's like whack, and then whack, and then whack. So if that glass was gone,
Just heater in the middle. I'm lost.
if that thing was gone, there'd be water all over that laundry room.
I think you have too much time on your hand if you're spending time watching the washer like that.
Did you call already though? On a side note, like, did you get that?
She just
no,
said she's calling
I have
Monday.
to call tomorrow because when I
It
tried
might be
calling,
a holiday.
is it a holiday?
It's Cesar Chavez Day. The schools are closed. I don't know if other companies are closed, but
We
just
are not.
FYI.
I was like,
Our company does not care about Caesar
we're not
Chavez.
closed.
My company's
But-
not closed, but my kids are, so I had to be closed.
I don't think the banks care about Caesar Chavez. Apparently, it's just your school.
But
All
anyway,
Oh, is it all schools?
School.
Only the schools care.
I have to call tomorrow for the manufacturer warranty. But when I asked, the reason why I don't think it's cosmetic is because when I called the extended warranty, because I didn't know what to file it under, because you can go online and file a claim, right? But I was like, is this cosmetic or is this mechanical? And I explained the situation to the guy, but who knows if he actually understood what I was saying. And he was like, no, that's mechanical because it has to do with the top.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, at least when I call the manufacturer,
You
then
know
I
to
can
tell 'em.
Yeah.
Cosmetic would be like if your paint is chipped or
Yeah.
you see rusting on the paint or.
But no, that thing's popping off on and I'm just like, I think it
But
maybe
it's
it
just
was
like
like
our
a
washers where we had to like call and have the rod, like the balance beam rods or whatever, switched out because they
Yeah.
went out.
but I think it's like an adhesive, like that it was like
Yeah.
adhesive. And so I think because of like the heat cycles, right? Like the hot
Wash.
steam and
Yeah.
wash, it probably unstuck the adhesive, or that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll be able to fix it. That's why you have warranty.
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
heard-
no,
And
thankfully.
And we
We
got
got
you
the
extended
5-year
warranty.
Yeah, no, I got
so-
5-year extended warranty for everything I grabbed from Home Depot.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tell you guys, since you guys are the ones who bought us those for the housewarming.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
good.
Thank you.
I'm gonna fill out the warranty.
I do love my washers. I love our washers.
I just
The next washer that we were talking about when we move, that I want to get the Speed Queen washers. They're very expensive though. They're like a couple $1,000s a machine, but I've seen some TikToks with that and it's so nice.
I don't know. Just I'm over here. Just clean your washing machine. Okay, find out where the filter is or whatnot. Because I unscrewed our freaking washing machine and I took the like plastic lid thing, whatever. And God, it was disgusting in there because I kept like washing clothes and it like would have like these specks that would leave like it looked like wet. Like
see,
dust.
me too.
You have to clean
You
your
have to clean
washing
your washing
machine.
machine.
That's what it is.
No, I clean I have the tablets and
No,
I
not enough.
No.
That's not enough.
Not
what
enough.
do you do?
There's other parts that have
Like your
to be taken
agitator, I'm
out.
pretty sure will come up. Like the whole plastic thing will come up.
Okay, I'll
And
try
you'll-
that.
And
Yeah,
just
because
look it
your
up.
agitator is removable.
Yes, it is.
Look it up, like honestly, on how to clean because I didn't know. And let me tell you, I scrubbed that thing with CLR. I did it with anything and everything, but it like I cleaned as much of it off as I could. But it was
If
pretty
you read
bad.
your manual for it, it tells,
tells
you
you.
where you're supposed to clean.
I washed a green comforter and it turned the white part on the bottom green.
What? She shouldn't be doing laundry. What is wrong with you?
Why did the green come out? Where'd you get the comforter from?
Costco.
Really?
I'll take that
That's
shit
not
back.
good.
And
What did you
like the comforter itself turned green, like the white part of the comforter, or your washing
the
machine.
comforter was green and the white part of the washer has like a green hue to it now. You guys can go take a look.
Are you sure the comforter wasn't supposed to be dry cleaned only? There's some comforters that are dry clean only.
The look on her face gave that away. She
I didn't know.
She has
I
no
didn't look.
goddamn idea.
Yeah, there's some comforters that are dry clean only because
I didn't look.
Yeah.
Because they're
You don't know
bougie.
what you don't know. You
But
know what I mean?
it's not turning my other stuff green. It just has a green hue, but it just
it's
makes
okay.
me sad. It's no longer new.
It gives the character.
It wasn't you after you used it for the first time, so
That's true.
Well, actually, you don't. Washers
are pre-used.
They're
to-
pre-used.
Yeah.
To make sure stuff doesn't leak.
But you guys, I feel really bad, but I really, my stomach is acting up and I gotta go.
Okay, we can pause here.
Sorry.
Clap. Oh no, you can pause. You can close. Stop it.
It's like, first solid poop, but it was like nuggets. I was like, son of a bitch, but I was cramping.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Let me show you guys something and you tell me what you think it is.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's no.
Do you feel better?
Yes.
Okay. And we're back. What were you talking about? I don't even remember.
The washer.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Green
yeah.
hue, but you know, I'm learning things. I'm trying my best here.
But speaking about restrooms, I'm gonna go back to work. There are in our restrooms at work, we have 6 stalls and then like urinals. But we have people come in there in the stall because I don't pee standing up. I only sit. So I always have to have a toilet. I don't care. I think urinals are fucking disgusting. There's
Yeah.
piss all over
Everywhere.
the place and people are fucking nasty.
they are pretty gross.
I don't use a urinal. Anyways, it's a little too much information, but I don't care. So, but then you'll walk into one of these stalls and there's piss all over the goddamn seat. And it's
fuck
like,
are they
motherfucker,
doing?
lift the goddamn seat up if you're gonna, you know what I mean?
It could be.
Or it's like there's pee all over the freaking
I was
side.
gonna say it
And
could be a girl, but then I was like, you
We
guys don't
don't-
have co-ed.
no, we don't have co-ed.
I was like, duh. So it is, guys. Ew.
I just
But
don't get that.
It's that, and it's just like, or people will like, toilet paper will be everywhere. And it's
Yeah.
just like,
Well, it's just like
what in the fuck is going on in here?
it's just like walking into a woman's restroom and nobody flushes the toilet, and it's like absolutely terrible. Like, why could you not flush the goddamn toilet?
And our thing is like, I always have to flush no matter what you do. It's 2 or 3 because like the flush doesn't do enough. And it's just like, what are you doing leaving your mess for somebody? That is just one of those things.
Again, disgusting.
But
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
I'll go to the bathroom, I'll flush, but I'll always double check to make sure everything went down. Because
Well,
if not,
yeah.
I'll flush again. But people don't do that.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, whatever. People, I was in the restroom and it was me and some other person. I don't know who it was. They flushed and walked out.
They
Didn't
wash
even
their
stop to
hands.
wash their hand. And I was like,
Mm-mm-mm.
are you kidding me?
Mm-mm-mm.
That shit's
Gross.
You know what?
Full on judgment. I will judge you.
Yeah.
I don't care. I will judge you.
It's like, and I wasn't even able to see their shoes or anything.
So I can judge them
So I
later.
so I can point it out. No, I will say something. You need to wash your hands. I don't care.
It's
I don't
disgusting.
care how. I do not care. That is disgusting. Wash. I don't care if you just get in there and put a little soap. I don't care. You need to wash your hands. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
Guys are gross.
girls do it too.
Girls.
Guys,
Oh yeah, no,
girls
all of
too.
us. But I'm just saying, like, it made me think of like guys, because I've known a few guys where it's like, wash your foot. What?
Why aren't you?
Why
washing
aren't you
your hands?
washing your hands?
Yeah.
Like, or you go do something, or like wash your hands before you touch food, like when you're prepping food in the kitchen.
Before you
Like-
should really wash your hands before you do anything.
Yeah.
The more time, and that's what people don't understand. It's like if you just constantly wash your hands, you're less likely to get sick
Yeah.
because you get typically you get sick from the germs on your fingers or your nails or whatever going up to your face or whatever. Because we don't think about it, but we touch our faces and stuff like that so many times a day.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
but the thing is like when I worked at In-N-Out, you always had to wash your hands.
Yeah.
If you handed something to a customer, you had to go wash your hands before you could go back into doing what you were doing. everything was you got to wash your hands. You got to wash your
Oh yeah,
hands.
because I can only imagine like you're serving so many people's food. Like,
So it was
hope
it was one of those things where I learned like everything after
yeah.
everything you do, you
Yeah.
wash your hands because it's
Eventually,
just
it becomes
keep
a
yourself clean.
habit.
Yeah.
Like you just keep doing it. It's
But to the
not-
people that don't,
please wash your
just
hands.
make it a habit.
Yeah,
Go in
just-
there, wash your hands.
Just do
It's not
it.
that big of a deal.
wash your hands.
Anywho, that's all I had for that because that was still bothering me. We were talking about the work, and I was like, "Oh God, that drives me crazy." That and the flushing, pet peeves. And I just wish I could whack somebody over the head to make them understand because it's disgusting.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.
You
Can I tell you guys about my birds?
Your bird.
have birds.
Well, outside the wild birds. So we had this squirrel kept coming to the bird feeders, and it's a fat ass squirrel. I still see him. I saw him come up to the
Wow,
porch the
don't
other day.
fat shame the
I
squirrel.
love him. He's chunky, the way I like it.
Chunky and funky.
He's this cute little squirrel, and he comes from the neighbor's trees down, and he comes to our palm trees. So if you noticed outside, I have a little a nut bar for him,
I did see that on the table. I was about
and
to
I'm
ask you, what
gonna
in the world-
screw it onto that palm tree so he can come up and get those nuts because I want him away from my bird feeders. And so I went to the bird store, and bird shit is expensive, you guys. But I had a gift card from.
Oh my
Is it
God.
bird shit?
I thought the same thing. I was like, why is she buying bird shit? But then
Sorry.
I just realized she meant like
Bird stuff like
I was like,
feed. When I
Why? Sorry,
bird
I was like,
feed
moment.
and bird like how like the
Yeah.
bird feeders, all that stuff is expensive. And so for the good stuff, because you go to like Home Depot and you want bird feed, that shit is full with additives that they can't even eat. If you didn't know that, you are now educated.
We've
But
got a friggin' bird whisperer over there.
Peep, peep, peep. So I bought what they have because birds, if you didn't know, they can't taste spice. So they call it hot feed. And so it's like bird feed that's like drenched in like hot spices. Squirrels can taste that. So they won't eat it because their mouth's on fire. if you've ever seen
Girl
videos
is
of them
giving
eat
this
it.
freaking squirrel some hot pepper. She's like, here.
No, but I haven't seen him at the bird
Probably
feeders.
burnt
She-
his mouth off.
she's stocking that with the what is it, the munchies, the flaming munchies,
Munchies, the hot
hot
munchies.
munchies version of bird feed.
So I put
The cheese ones and the hot ones. She took away the cheese and she put in the hot.
And so I mixed them, and I have my, they need to be refed because they're empty now. But the other day I was looking at my Ring camera while I was at work, and it was birds galore. And for those of you who don't know, Josh is terrified of birds. And so I was just thinking, I wish he was home so I could tell him to go outside.
Oh my
Eagle.
God, what a sweet wife.
But it's
She loves them.
it's called exposure therapy. And so
Throw them out with the birds.
I
Good
love
luck,
Josh. Josh, he's got some brownie points this week for helping me, but I'm
Only
just,
this week, you guys.
I was really,
That's
really
so sweet.
sick, and he cleaned up my throw up, so he earns all the brownie points. But I'm just saying, the birds. Okay, I want to install that squirrel feeder thingy on the palm tree so he can sit at a little bar and eat his little nuts.
That's cute.
But people put butter on poles, like bird poles, because the squirrels can climb those poles.
Well, yeah.
Their second job, climbing them poles. I don't know.
Sad.
You have to see the squirrel. He's super cute.
And chunky.
I didn't give him a name. I haven't named him yet. Thud? I was going to go with Thor, but
It's not even a squirrel, and
you
here
should
she
see
is.
the muscles on that guy.
He's probably bulked up, and he's gonna attack you over here with his
No,
Thor.
he has a partner though, because I see them running around the tree together. It's intense. I'll have to record one day.
I was about to say you'll have to get some pictures so we can all see.
Yeah, for real. The squirrel, Thor. That's his name.
Well, when we get the pictures, we'll put it on our Instagram.
Yeah,
for
it'll be part of
everybody to
our.
He's a little skittish, but people domesticate squirrels, which is kind of crazy. Also, I don't think
You know-
squirrels can give you rabies. Just FYI, I think I looked that up.
Just in case it attacks you.
Just in case I try to feed it. I don't want it to bite me. I won't be feeding the
People
squirrel.
also domesticate raccoons. I had a
Okay, but
previous
raccoons give you
coworker.
rabies.
Yeah, but I had a previous coworker. She's obsessed with raccoons. She wants a pet
They're
raccoon.
cute. They have no. the animal
Oh.
TikToks.
We got problems.
I like the animal TikTok.
You see them
too.
in the trash can, trying to go grab their food.
Okay.
Have you guys seen those AI animal videos? And it has them a banana song behind it. They're so chunky. They're so cute.
There's a banana song.
It's
Is
like
it
going
Peanut butter, George.
I can't.
Way
just saw it.
way.
I don't remember what the name of the song is, but it goes. It's really catchy.
It's so catchy she doesn't know it.
Have you heard the
I know
Gummy
it
Bear
has-
song?
Yes, Matthew and Natalia were listening to that the other day. God, it's in my head.
I don't know how it goes, but
I don't think I've heard it. Or maybe I have and I just don't.
blasphemy.
We can play it. We can add it as a tune.
I don't think we can. Copyright.
Oh yeah, not in the video, no.
No,
But we'll have
but
to
everyone
search
probably
it
knows
out.
what we're talking
Look
about.
it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a gummy bear, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm a gummy bear.
I'm a gummy bear.
Yeah.
It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And this is the end of the Sassy Siblings podcast. You can join us next month for another episode. Until then, stay sassy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.